Hey YouTube. Okay, in this video we're going to be building a cantenna with a coffee can. It's going to be a lot of fun. You got to get rid of all the coffee first. I'm going to drink it all. So you want to put it in a coffee maker and make it. Sorry, this is kind of shaky. I've had a lot of coffee. I'm going to make some more, and let's cut to that scene. Okay, you want the can to be empty before you can make the cantenna. As you can see, this one's just about empty. You want to wash it out when you're done. Just finishing off making the coffee. That's all of it. Coffee. Give me coffee. Now, coffee. Okay, cool. It's making me coffee. This is all empty now. I could go ahead. Well, it's mostly empty. Go ahead and wash that out. Then we're going to move on to the next step. Hey YouTube. Okay. Now the next step is you want to measure the diameter of the coffee can. Now, I've actually I decided that I'm going to use this coffee can because it's going to be a little bit easier to cut through. So drinking all this coffee is actually kind of pointless, but it's still delicious. Anyway, I can't get enough. Okay, you want to measure the diameter, and you can see that I've marked the our USB adapter and the coffee can for cutting. We're going to be using just a knife like this to cut through it. Some of the coffee cans that you might come across, like this one, made out of metal, very difficult to cut through. This is more like a Pringles can, which I'm making a video on too. You can easily cut through it. I marked 1.21 inches on there. That's how much you want the USB adapter to stick up into the can. And I measured the diameter at 3.5 inches. You gotta do some math once you get a diameter. I'm gonna show you the website that actually does the math for you. It's a cool website, but it's a lot of math. Anyway, so if everything goes according to plan, well, you gotta wear your safety goggles, by the way. Had a lot of caffeine. Okay, if everything goes according to plan, this is gonna operate and attenuate frequencies between 1.976 gigahertz and 2.581 gigahertz. One last thing, we're going to be placing the antenna, the internal antenna on here, which I kind of marked. You have to kind of open up your USB adapter and find where the chipset is. And you can kind of see the internal antenna. But usually it's kind of near the end, so you can kind of just go by that. And once you do all the math, you just go to the website, don't do the math, it's a lot of math. That's it. And then you just cut the hole, stick it in, hot glue, boom. And we'll be testing. Okay, that's what the hole looks like that I just made. It was a little bit difficult with shaky caffeine hands. So that's the inside of the can. We got that. I'm about to stick that in up to that line and then hot glue it into place. Okay, and that actually fit nicely in place. I may not even have to glue it. That's what it should look like when you're done. And notice how that is. How it's the USB adapter is just about perpendicular to the can. You need that, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, let's go. Let's test this thing, shall we? Okay, it's all set up, and I just tested it. It's working way better than I expected. I guess we got the measurements dead on. I was afraid they were going to be a little bit off with the diameter, because if you measure the diameter of the bottom of the can, you get about 4 inches. But looking at the can that way, you see the rim? That actually impedes the waveguide function and kind of cuts off some of the science and the waves. Anyway, yeah, here. This is what's going on now. I'm able to pick up how many APs? 15 APs, access points. Take a look at that. And that's without even moving it. I mean, this is highly directional. So if I were to move it, 45 degrees to the left, it would pick up even more. So that's amazing. I like that. It's actually my first time building one of those. Look at that. Now watch what happens when I pull out the USB adapter from the can. I need someone to film these videos. I can't. Okay. There it is. Oops. And now, let's scan again. Let's see what we get. I would definitely say that's not as many. Not as many access points. Yeah, that was simple. I mean, to build, that took maybe 5 minutes. The math, a little bit longer. I'll show you the website that does it for you again. And I guess that's it. So I consider that, I guess, effective. Cool. Well, have a nice day, YouTube.